Something weird is going on with the Dallas Mavericks. After last night's win over the Golden State Warriors, the Dallas Mavericks are currently 17-9 and are tied for third place in the Western Conference. And after a pretty rough start to the season, things seem to have smoothed out as the team is learning how to play better with each other, find wins, and even finding other ways to win when we're dealing with injuries and illnesses. And most recently, the illnesses just seem to keep popping up, as last night's game against the Golden State Warriors, we had to play without Naji Marshall yet again, as he is still dealing with the upper respiratory infection. So in this video, we're going to take a look at what's going on with the Dallas Mavericks, who's still hurt, who's bound to come back soon, as well as what's going on with Maxi Kleber. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, I know y'all missed this graphic, but we're getting very, very close to 16,000 subscribers. I feel like we hit 15K 2 days ago. But if you're enjoying everything that we're doing here at Mavericks Digest, with the live streams, the watch-alongs, the news vids, and the giveaways, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on a single thing that we do. But like I said, something really weird is going on with the Dallas Mavericks ever since that game against the Miami Heat, where Jimmy Butler was listed as questionable, but decided to play anyway while dealing with the illness, and whatever he had has spread throughout the entire locker room of the Dallas Mavericks, as players have been missing games left and right, specifically Naji Marshall. If we take a look right here, the injury report before yesterday's game against the Golden State Warriors listed this: Naji Marshall out with illness, Maxi Kleber, who is sick and has a rib fracture, Jaden Hardy with a right ankle sprain, Brandon Williams with a right thumb sprain, and Dante Exum, who is still recovering from surgery. So with Dante Exum, he's bound to come back in the next 2-3 weeks. They told us January would be the time frame, and we're halfway through December, so Dante Exum is on the way. He's been practicing with the team, putting up shots, and a lot of people are excited to see Dante back. Brandon Williams, he's on the G League team, so nothing too big there. Jaden Hardy had an ankle sprain. There's currently no timetable for his return, but I'm hearing that it's not a high-grade sprain. It is a low-grade sprain, but you gotta be careful with these sort of things. But Naji Marshall, we're going to get back to Maxi Kleber for a second, but Naji Marshall, who is listed out sick yet again, is still dealing with that upper respiratory infection that he has been dealing with over the last several weeks. If we take a look right here, in that game against the Utah Jazz on November 30th, he only played in that first half, and he didn't come back for the rest of the game. He proceeded to miss 4 straight games, came back against the Thunder where he dropped 19 points in 29 minutes off the bench for us. Looked amazing after missing an extended period of time, but a lot of people feel like we may have brought him back too soon if he wasn't 100%, as he did miss the Warriors game the other night. And a lot of people are starting to get worried. They are not sure what's going on. This doesn't sound like the same illness that everybody else had, and if you think that, then you're right. A lot of the players have said that they were dealing with something that's a little bit different than what Naji's dealing with. There is no reason for alarm. The team isn't freaking out thinking Naji's not going to make it. For all that we know right now, all the reports and everything that I'm seeing shows that Naji Marshall will be fine. An upper respiratory infection is nothing to play with, but to err on the side of caution, you just need to get rest, take some medicine, drink water like I'm always telling you to do, and just to take it easy. And the reason why he can't play while he's dealing with this is because he can't breathe. If he were to run up and down the court for any extended period of time, he would be out of breath. He wouldn't be able to do anything that's cardio related in general, let alone just playing basketball. Pretty sure in practice he's doing a lot of low volume practices as well. So with Naji Marshall, it really does suck that he didn't come back after that Thunder's game to just rejoin the team, as he has been playing amazing basketball. It feels like the whole season, but we know that he started off kind of rough. But if we take a look at his stats so far, Naji Marshall is averaging 11.9 points, 3.4 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 0.1 blocks, 1 steal, 1.5 turnovers, 1.5 fouls per game, while averaging 54% from the floor and 30% from 3. And although that 30% from 3 isn't really nice, I trust that 30% from 3 a lot more now than I did at the start of the season, as his 3-point shot is finally falling at a very reliable rate. And obviously his on-ball defense is missed, his ability to bring the ball down, his ability to play make, help Kyrie out, help Luka out, help on defense. Naji Marshall, known as the knife, the Swiss Army knife that he is, although we are finding ways to win without him, we all know that we can win even better when we have him. We've seen what he can do for us coming off the bench or even in a starting position. But in my opinion, Naji Marshall off the bench is a little bit of a better look for us. It provides a lot of balance. But nonetheless, Naji Marshall, who I think should be the 6th man of the year, call me biased, is definitely missed by the Dallas Mavericks, and he also misses playing with his guys. Take a look right here. Naji Marshall tweeted after the game, before the game the other day, saying it's a crazy bug out here. I just can't seem to get right. So even Naji Marshall doesn't know what's going on. He said he's taking medicine, he's drinking water, he's getting plenty of rest. I had the pleasure of talking to his brother just the other day, and his brother told me that Naji is really, really sick. This isn't just the sniffles and he's just taking it easy. No, Naji has been sick. His brother was a little bit concerned, but like I said before, it isn't something too serious. He isn't in the hospital somewhere just waiting to find the verdict. He is home. He's taking his rest. He's taking his medicine, eating his Flintstone vitamins, and hopefully we'll see something soon from Naji Marshall. But another thing that I wanted to show you guys is this right here. Going back to Maxi Kleber, who was out against the Warriors with his illness, but he also has a rib fracture. That report was reported just 2 days ago that Maxi Kleber is going to be out for the foreseeable future with a rib fracture, and that's another injury that I'm not too sure what is going on with Maxi specifically. Over the last several years, it feels like Maxi just can't stay healthy. Everybody says, wait for playoff Maxi, wait for playoff Maxi. But last playoffs, Maxi missed half the playoffs, and so far this season, this feels like it's Maxi's third injury, and the season just started. We're only about 26 games in. I'm not too sure what the situation is with Maxi with these injuries. Obviously, the illnesses, you can't really do nothing about that. Take some medicine, drink water, take a nap, you'll be fine. But Maxi dealing with shoulder issues, foot issues, pinky toe issues, now a rib issue. Maxi doesn't do a whole lot of contact on the floor. Maxi isn't bruising down there with the big guys. So I don't even know how this happened. And on this channel over the last few days, we talked about how can we improve from Maxi as far as his position and just finding a better backup power forward. And this is exactly what I've been talking about. The best ability is availability. We all know what Maxi can do when he's 100% ready to go, but the problem is he's just not 100% ready to go. And with this new injury, I feel like we're going to stick with Maxi for the rest of the season. A player who isn't on expiring contract until next year, who is now injured yet again, who's also dealing with the illness. I don't think there's a real market out there where we can send Maxi, even if you bundle up Jaden Hardy or Omax. I don't think there's a market where we send out that little package and we get back exactly what we need. There were a few players that we spoke about that I thought would be great for the Mavericks. But with Maxi being hurt, it just makes it that much harder. But if there's anyone that can do it, it's definitely Nico Harrison. Another thing that I want to bring to your guys' attention was this article here. Naji Marshall opens up about the illness disrupting the Mavericks hot streak, and it just goes over a lot of what I said before, how Naji, he's just sick. He just can't get healthy. He was back for the Thunder game where, like I said, a lot of people felt like he came back too soon, but a lot of the things that I've said were in this article, but this right here is a little bit interesting that I want to bring to your attention. That the Dallas Mavericks is 5-0 without Marshall this season, and everyone has been stepping up to pick up the slack that was left without Marshall playing. It's also worth noting that Marshall was excellent in last week's game against the Thunder, in which he played for the first time in over a week, and that's a good sign that he may not need to take tons of time off working on his conditioning once he is feeling better. He picked up right where he left off, and he is quietly stringing together the best season of his young career. And that's absolutely true. Like I said, Naji Marshall, 6th man of the year, stamp it. I don't see anybody in the league doing what Marshall does off the bench like he does for the Dallas Mavericks. Almost doing 20 points every single night. It's amazing. And the defense, the playmaking, what can't Naji Marshall do? For a lot of us, we thought he couldn't hit threes, but he seems to fix that. We definitely need Naji Marshall back. It's great to see that we are 5-0 without Naji Marshall, but does that mean that we're better without him? I don't think so. We're a more complete team when everyone's playing, and without Naji Marshall, it's great that guys step up who can find ways to win, but I'd love to see Naji Marshall back in the lineup, playing that cutthroat defense, attacking the rim, getting steals, getting blocks, doing all the things that he's known to do. But the article does continue, saying this season for Dallas, Marshall's averaging 11.9 points, 3.4 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 1 steal per game while shooting 54.9% from the field and 30.9% from three. And fans can't wait to see him back on the floor. His unstoppable floater, defense, and three-point shot have been excellent recently. And his next chance to return to the floor is on Thursday night against the LA Clippers. And at the time of this recording, we currently do not know if Naji Marshall will play on Thursday against the Clippers. We got a couple days until then. Hopefully he feels fine. I think that's more than enough time for him to recover, but he's already missed 5 games now with this same injury, with this same illness, so I'm not too sure if 4 days is enough. He may need a whole nother week, but like the article said, Naji Marshall is missed by everybody, not just the players, the staff, but fans as well. It mentioned that floater that Naji Marshall is known for, which is so money, is definitely missed, but I hope he gets better. I hope he's back by Thursday. And if he does play Thursday, I just hope he's 100%. I definitely want to see this team play together. Having guys out and still finding ways to win is a good thing. But when we're getting ready for the playoffs in the second half of the season, everybody needs to be on the floor. We need to be working on playoff rotations, playoff timeouts, playoff plays, everything playoff come the second half of the season. And as far as Maxi goes, I hope he can get healthy so we can trade him. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think that there's something more going on to these illnesses, or do you think it's just a stroke of bad luck? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. We could have a conversation about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for making this far into the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing a giveaway every single month on this channel. The only way to enter our giveaways is to become a channel member of any tier. But until next time, y'all take care. Drink water. Peace.